everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Essence, and in this video I thought we'd mix it up a bit. I am going to show you my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card ever. Now, as a kid I used to be very into Yu-Gi-Oh. I would watch the show when it was on 4Kids. Back when that channel was a thing, and I fell in love with the concept. Me and my dad would play often when I was younger, and I would collect cards. And even though I did collect Pokemon cards and I did like Pokemon, I never understood how to play the card game. I never could get my head around that. So a little backstory. So if you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, then you'll understand. So if you remember the episode when they're in the Duelist Kingdom and they find out that Bakura is on the island and they're in a little camp and they each show each other their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, and it seems to be one that they most identify with. Like, Bakura's was Change of Heart because he had both the light and dark side. Yugi's was the Dark Magician because the Dark Magician used to serve him in the past life. And, of course, Joey's was the Flame Swordsman, who was brash, passionate, but very strong. Tristan's was Cyber Commander because Tristan always could take charge during a heated situation. He seemed to be the voice of reason when things got a little too tough. And then, of course, Teya's was the Magician of Faith because Teya always had faith in her friends. Teya always had faith in herself. She was the cheerleader of faith in the group. So, that really got me thinking that they did not choose these Yu-Gi-Oh cards because they are cool looking. I mean, that may be part of why they chose this, but of course it also represents a symbol of them. So it got me thinking, like, I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards out there are very cool, that they're very well designed, but the one that most identifies with me, and I think that you guys will all agree, got it in this little envelope here. Bought it off Amazon because I never had this card before as a kid, and I always wanted it ever since I saw it in the anime. Okay, guys, ready? Jalgan the Spiritualist. I think he's a really cool looking character. He is dressed like Onmyoji, which was an ancient Japanese sorcerers back then. And Onmyojis were actually real people. I mean, if you look up Abe no Seimei, I mean, he was a real person, and he was said to have these magic powers and psychic abilities. He was great at divination. And there was actually a council of magic years ago in ancient Japan. But now a lot of people, when I tell them that this is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, they always ask, why? It's weak. It's got an attack power of 200 and a defense power of 1300. It sucks. Okay, it's not that great in defense or attack, but it does have a pretty powerful ability. You can discard one random card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Neither player can special summon monsters. I would say that's a pretty good effect. But that's not the reason why it's my favorite. It's my favorite because it really does remind me of myself, the spiritualist. And in fact, he's my profile picture on Twitter. And if you guys follow me on there, you will see him, and I'm called the Spiritualist, and my username is @immortal7599, and you'll see. And actually, my background picture is the portrait secret, and I'm actually have that right now. So So, um, it does remind me so much of myself in the fact of spirituality and magic. He's obviously, according to his picture, he is a very focused individual, very knowledgeable in matters of spirituality. And he is a light monster, so he is a being of light magic, works with good. And even though I do work with both light and dark magic, I mostly try to stick to the light, and only resort to the dark when necessary. And of course, I do not touch black magic. I do not. And so, therefore, he really does remind me of myself. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh card that I most identify with. Plus, I dig his outfit. I love the silk robe. I would love something like this. It looks awesome. And he's got a cool staff. And he only appeared in one episode, but we got to see him in action. And he was awesome. He was silent, mysterious, and yet, kaboom! Blast Dark Necrofear from the field. So, yep, that is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, and why. I would love to hear what Yu-Gi-Oh card you most identify with, and why. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, and does it remind you of yourself, or is it your favorite for another reason entirely? I would love to hear it from you guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And have a wonderful day, everyone.